That will work in both. The directions are to solve the system, right?
Right.
Well, one way you can do that, besides the graphing that we did yesterday, substitution. And I'm pretty sure you know what substitution is. You take one thing out, put something else in its place. Like when I have a substitute teacher, you take me out, you put something else in my place, no one knows the difference, right?
Right.
Right. So here's the thing, are you looking up here? Substitution works best when I have something like this. Do you see the coefficient outside of that x? It's a 1. Substitution works really well if somewhere in here you have any x, any y, that has a coefficient of 1. Like this. You're going to take that equation and you're going to solve it for that variable that was by itself. Do you people know that the reason I'm up here talking is because I'm showing you what the assignment's going to be about? You do? Oh, good. So you probably should pay attention? Oh, good. I want to get this variable by itself, which means this one, all I have to do is get rid of the 2y, and I'm good. So x equals 5 plus 2y, right? If I'm using substitution, what am I going to do with that value?
Substitute it.
Plug it in.
Where? Plug it in where?
Yeah.
Say it.
In the X.
For which equation?
The second one.
The one that I didn't use already. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to plug it in for x in the other equation that I did not use. So I have 4x. But over here, this x, what is it equal to?
5 plus 2y.
So in place of the x right here, I'm going to put what it's equal to, 5 plus 2y. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I still have all the rest of that, plus 3y equals 9. And then I'm just going to work it out. You should have an equation with just one variable now. So 28y, and then I have plus 3y. What should I do next? I think I'm going to do those, like terms. 8y and 3y. What next? Minus 20. How many of you, are you looking up here? When you work out a problem, how many of you actually write minus 20 underneath? Raise your hand up high if you write minus 20.
I only do 120.
So, are you looking? Put your hand back up if you write minus 20. Every single time. You people with your hands up, I'll find your mistakes today. If you actually take the time to write out the work, then I'll look for your mistakes today. If you're too lazy to write out the work, you're going to make mistakes, and I'm not going to find them. Got it?
God did.
This drops out. I got 11y equals? Right. Divide by 11, and what do I get? Y equals -1. And remember, though, this is a system. So we need an x and a y that works in both of these. We've got the y, now we need the x. How do we find the x? Right. You take this and you plug it in over here. It's y equals. So we're going to plug it in over here for y. X equals 5 plus 2y. But what is y? Right, it's -1. We just figured that out. So x equals 5. Take away 2.
3.
So x equals 3. So my solution is x equals 3, y equals -1. Or if you so choose, x is 3, y is -1. Those are the same. I don't care which way you write it. Can you wait till intermission to leave your seat, please? Oh, right. Aren't you being a good friend? All right. Are we good so far?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've done lots of substitution
Oh, yeah.
over your mathematical careers, right? Do you have any questions on the substitution? No questions on the substitution. There is another way. There is. No, it's just as easy. It just depends on the situation. Shh. Shh. I have 4x plus 3y equals, this is a made-up one, so, and I have negative 4x, negative 2 plus 10y equals, oh boy, I hope I have this right. I just made this up. Sometimes that's dangerous.
Stop.
It's this method.
Oh, I know this.
Oh, no.
Ew.
Shh.
I don't know.
Oh, this cheese.
Who said that? Ew.
You.
Not he said you.
I said boo.
Stop videotaping me.
Mom, what are you doing?
Videotaping my head?
He's immersing.
So, this method, elimination. Please don't be zooming in.
And I'm not.
Can't.
I could show you, but it'd mess up the footage. I'm not zoomed in at all.
Elimination. What do you do when you eliminate something? Get rid of it, right? Look up here. Remember we said substitution works best when I have something like this, 1x, right?
Right.
Well, if you look at this one, I don't have 1x or 1y anywhere. So you could use substitution, but it's not going to be that pretty. You'll end up with fractions and it's going to be a little bit difficult. You could do it, but it'll take a bit. Just like the graphing, you could do it, but it takes a little bit. With elimination, we're going to get rid of one of the variables. Doesn't matter which one, x or y, whatever one is convenient. What do you notice about these two values?
They cancel.
They're opposites, right? 4 and negative 4. So we are going to get rid of, we're going to eliminate one of the variables by doing this. Addition. Sometimes it's called the addition method. We're going to add those two equations together. We are going to add them. What's 4x and negative 4x?
0.
No x's. What's 3y and 10y? Right? What's 5 and 34? Now look, all you have to do,
You think?
and y equals 3. Look at that.
Kind of cold.
That's pretty slick.
Wasn't that slick?
That was
Nice and
very
easy. Right. You still have to find the x that goes with it. But all you have to do is plug this y back in. Which one do you plug back into?
The y.
It doesn't matter.
The easier one.
But I usually like to pick the one that has the smaller values, but it doesn't matter. You can pick whatever one you want. 4x plus 3y equals 5. This one. 4x plus 3, what's y?
3.
What's y?
3.
So I'll put a 3 there. 4x plus 9. Minus 9. Looks like I get 4x equals negative 4. So what's x?
Negative 1.
So x is negative 1. Isn't that kind of nice?
Got to
Goes much faster. Goes much faster than graphing it for sure. And like I said, you could use substitution, but you'd have to solve this for x, for instance, minus 3y, and then divide by 4. And you're going to have like 3/4 and 5/4, and it's kind of a mess. But the thing about this one is you have to have opposites right here. You have to have opposites. You have to have opposites. So, okay, let's go back to this one. So look at this one. Oops. Let's go back to this one. I want you to solve using this. You can only do elimination if you have opposites. So how am I gonna solve that one by elimination? I don't have opposites. How am I gonna solve it by elimination? I don't have opposites. How will I solve it by elimination? I don't have opposites, Travis.
I multiply it by 4.
Multiply what?
Everything. On
Yes?
top.